What's going on, everybody? This is Jackie Terry here. In this video, I'm doing a reverse pyramid set, and essentially, this will increase your strength. It will build muscle endurance and muscle stamina because when you're down to the end of the set, you will definitely go into muscle failure, and the lightweight will you'll essentially try to get as much reps as the lightweight as you can. So as you see right now, I'm doing a warm-up set with 135, kind of really stimulating that chest muscle before I really hop into the heavyweight. So immediately, once again, I throw on 315. I'm gonna get me a spotter for this lift because on any heavy lift, you need a spotter just in case. I want to get this clean for about 3 reps. But once again, safety is always first. When you're doing any type of heavy lifting, definitely get you a spotter. And once again, as I said, if your spotter does help, he should only give you 5% of the lift, or if not any. The main objective when building strength and muscle growth is to allow your body to get shocked. And what better way to shock your body than touching on a max out weight? So this is essentially a weight that I consider a max out weight to me, heavy weight, and I plan on hitting it 3 times. So you gotta remember, you guys, in order to gain, muscle growth, you want to be able to hit those heavy sets for reps. And once again, I want to get this clean. So the more heavier you can hit those reps for, the bigger and stronger your muscles are going to grow back in your rest time. So you'll come back to the gym even stronger than ever. So once again, I let the bar come all the way to my chest. I get full momentum coming up. And, I just keep going for reps. That's the main objective. As you see, no spots. I lock it out clean for about 3 reps. Once again, I still want to shock this body. I still got a little bit more strength. So I give myself at least a 10-second rest to recuperate more muscle fibers. Because right now, that's what you want to do. You want to allow yourself to get a 10-second rest and you want to go right back into it. Because this is all about explosive training. So doing this, I go for another rep to stimulate even more muscle growth. Once again, he doesn't have to touch it. I got it. I lock it out on my own. And pretty much that's it for the heavier set. Once again, a spotter is always good when you're doing those heavy lifts, just in case. As you see, he didn't really have to help me out because I had all of the lifts. And you guys, when you do get fatigued, because your muscles will fatigue faster from doing that heavy weight. So if you can, like I did, take a 10-second breather in order to get those extra reps in. So if you feel like you knocked out 3 reps and you feel like you got one more in you, don't essentially just go for that extra rep. Take a 10-second breather, stretch out, and hit it again. So what I'm doing right now is I dropped the weight by at least 20%. I'm at 275, and that's the main thing with these reverse pyramid sets. You want to cause as much muscle confusion as possible. 275 is a really good weight, and as you see, I have complete control of it. Good range of motion and letting it come all the way down to my chest. Coming off that heavier weight is still a struggle. And one thing is, when you don't have a spot, you want to make sure you know when to put the bar up, because the last thing you want is letting it get stuck on your chest and you're in trouble. You want to be in trouble. So I was able to knock out a good 3 reps doing this, which is going to stimulate more muscle growth as well. So now it's all about cutting that weight. As you see, I cut the weight by another 20%, which equals 225 now. So with me doing this, as you see, there's no rest times. I'm just going right into it. And that's what it's all about, decreasing your rest times, because you want to keep your heart rate up. A normal heart rate is 60 to 100 beats per minute. In these high intensity strength training workouts, you want to keep your heart rate about at 155 beats per minute. You want to keep your heart rate high. So as you see, the only rest I'm essentially taking is me taking the weight off. That's it. And you just want to complete the process. And this is a process you could pretty much do by yourself. The only help you might need is with a spotter. And that's just only on your 1 rep max out weight. Other than that, as you pyramid down, you should be able to control the weight. And once again, safety is always an issue. Know when to put the bar up. As you see, I'm at a 185 lift now. Once again, cutting the weight by 20%. So I cut it by 20 pounds. As you see, my reps are essentially decreasing now because I'm not allowing myself time to get any rest breaks in. So the time between sets are limited. They're limited to about maybe 15 seconds, 20 seconds at best. As you see, I'm right back into it, going down to 135 bench press again. Once again, letting it come all the way down to my chest. And I'm reaching. And as you get to this lower weight, you're going to reach muscle failure really quick because your muscle fibers, your fast twitch muscle fibers are already exhausted from touching on that heavy weight. So you just want to keep it going. I was only able to essentially get 135 for 5 reps because my muscles are already at failure. When you're doing this exercise, a bench press, a reverse pyramid set, all your muscles are kicking in. Your triceps, your deltoids, your chest. When your chest is getting pre-exhausted, your back starts kicking in. So you will feel a pump in your back doing this type of exercise. And as you see, I keep cutting that weight down to 20%. Once again, a 10-pound difference definitely counts. And as you see, as the weight gets lower, I speed up my momentum. I speed up the momentum and go faster. So now, essentially, since I'm going at a faster rep pace, I increase my rep speed. I'm tapping more into my slow twitch muscle fibers and getting more of an endurance pump. And that's essentially what you want to do on these reverse pyramid sets. As the weight gets lighter, you want to essentially do more reps. So you want to change the workout into a fast twitch strength training exercises into an endurance muscle stamina exercise. So essentially when the reps, essentially as the weight gets lower, you want to increase your reps and you want to increase your rep speed. So you want to not only increase your repetitions, you want to increase the speed on your reps. So as you see, 50-pound barbell press and the weight is decreased and I'm increasing my rep speed. I'm increasing that rep speed, keeping it going. As you see, I'm exhausted. I'm already going into muscle failure, and right now I'm just stretching those joints out. You want to be able to stretch your muscles out because doing this type of exercise, you're not allowing yourself a chance to get any rest breaks. If anything, maybe a 10-second or 20-second rest break at best. The main objective is to keep your heart rate up. So doing those rest breaks, try to stretch out a little bit because you don't want your joints to get too tight. And as you see, we take the weight lower and lower. And essentially with this is a really lightweight, so my rep speed has increased. Rep speed is very important. You can either slow it down or increase your rep speed. But when you get to those lower weights, it's all about building endurance. The more endurance that you have when lifting weights, the more faster your rep speed is, the more calories it's going to cut. into your fat. So not only does a reverse pyramid set build you muscle, it can also cut through your fat. It can also cut calories. And as you see, for the final process, I go all the way down to the bar, which feels like 135 pounds from this enormous pyramid set I did. And as you see, my rep speed has increased, and very, 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 very tough exercise. But you, in a matter of 10 minutes, 11 minutes, you will feel a good pump all over your body. And this is what these reverse pyramid sets are all about. This is exactly how you get strong. This is exactly how you do a reverse pyramid set. And it definitely comes in handy if you're looking to gain strength, muscle, burn fat, calories, because it's basically two different exercises in one. It's a strength training exercise, and when the weight gets essentially lower, it can also be used as an endurance exercise, because once again the reps will increase as the weight gets lower. And essentially, since you're going to have more control of that lighter weight, you can also increase your rep speed to even burn more calories, to burn more fat. The more you can keep your heart rate up, the less rest breaks you take in between sets, the stronger, the faster, and the more stamina and muscle endurance you'll have.